Hey guys, Lord here, back in with another action figure review. Today we'll be taking a look at the Transformers Age of the Primes Beast Wars Universe Deluxe Class Quickstrike. The second Fusor and probably last Fusor we'll see for a hot minute. There's a lot of other ones I would like to see. I think there was like a killer whale merged with a woolly mammoth or something. That one was pretty gnarly. But at any rate, this, of course, brought to us by the fine folks over at Hasbro, and I actually used to have the vintage version of good old Quickstrike here. I believe I sent it to my good buddy Evil Villain many years ago now. That was a long time ago, which is probably for the better, because that thing was made out of, I don't know how much clear plastic, and if I'm being honest, I don't trust that crap. So, with that being said, why don't we cut right to the chase and get into the meat and taters of this review and take a look-see at Quickstrike, because he does not come with any accessories, but he's got a lot going on, so he doesn't really need any, other than maybe some blast effects. First of all, he's got his crazy snake arm, which I have configured like this. You can do it however you want, but this is how I have it. Gives him a bit of a forearm. Gives him a bit of an arm in general. You can just have it like all the way out, but I do this. Keeps it a little more compressed. Now, it looks like the mouth on the snake head opens, but I cannot get that thing open, so that is what it is. What I can get open is this crazy multi-pronged claw on his other arm here. Open that up. It's got like a blast effect port right here. So you can plug something in there. I guess he shoots from there, as well as the tips of the scorpion legs, which is odd. I am kind of surprised he doesn't just have the scorpion legs on his back like Scorponok, and then the tail sits over his head, but I guess that makes him a little bit more unique, because the scorpion claws are his feet. And because of that, he is super sturdy. He is not falling over. Despite the fact that his joints aren't the tightest, he is super stable. So as far as his articulation goes, his head can look up and down, can rotate side to side. Not much in terms of tilt, but he doesn't really need it. This arm has the disc hinge in the shoulder that can move forward and back, in and out, all that good stuff. This shoulder pad piece doesn't get in the way hardly at all unless you want to rotate it 360, which can do that and just get in the way. He does have a ball-jointed bicep here, as well as a ball-jointed elbow, and then another ball joint here, another ball joint here, another ball joint here, another ball joint in the snake head. And again, it looks like there's a hinge in the jaw, but I can't get anything out of that, if there even is anything. This arm, it's just the hinge swivel in the shoulder with rotation, bicep swivel, single jointed elbow, and then this will rotate around this leg piece, and then these will open up the scorpion legs. So there you go. It's gonna have this massive monster claw thing, which is kind of cumbersome, but it's kind of cool at the same time. He's got a waist twist. Not for nothing, I fold the head up onto the back like this. It does not peg into anything. I do not know why, but there you go. Yeah, it literally does not peg into anything. It just sits there. So yeah, that's that, I guess. But he does have a waist twist. His hips can kick out, back down, forward and back. He's got a thigh cut. He's got a single jointed knee, which gets you about 90. And then he does get a rocker with no forward and back movement whatsoever, but he doesn't really need it. You're able to pose him just fine. If I can pose him, I think anyone can pose him. Although some people say my posing skills are a little better than some, but you know, I'm legally blind, so I can't be the best. I know I'm not. But I like this figure a lot. I think he's cool. He's very different, to say the least, but I think that's what makes him special. So, standing him up there, bringing our two regulars, Mythic Legions, Brother Mandibilith, because all my Beast Wars are in storage. Of course they are. I waited so long for this guy to come out, and all those buggers are in storage. But we do have Brother Mandibilith and the infamous 11th Spawn, who, as usual, towers over everyone to compare him to, because, I don't know, they're just reliable like that. So, with that being said, it's time now that we wrap things up with some final thoughts. Overall, and despite the somewhat cumbersome nature of good old Quickstrike here, I have to say that he is one of my favorite Predacons from the Beast Wars subline, from modern day Transformers. I mean, you just don't mess with a dude who turns into a scorpion with a cobra's head on the end of the tail, now do you? That said, I would like you to ignore my fumblings around with the mouth on that snake head. I was able to open it off cam. I just had to bust out my X-Acto knife and or a flat something or other to get in there and pry it open. So if I say it doesn't move, it does. I'm just stupid and couldn't figure it out. So with that being said, it's time now that we get this guy transformed and take a closer look at his beast mode. And as promised, here we have good old Quickstrike in his beast mode. His beast fusor mode, I should say, being that of a scorpion in the front here, and a straight up cobra in the back, with no hinged jaw. Does it have a hinged jaw? There's a tab here. Hold on. It looks like the mouth's supposed to open, does it? If it does, it's stuck on mine. But at any rate, the tail is, of course, fully articulated because it has all these wonderful ball pegs and give you all kinds of range. The legs don't do squat, which sucks because a lot of these guys had like individually ball jointed legs, but I guess it's fine. The vintage toy was like that too. And then, of course, the arms can pose just as well as the legs. And his head can even look up and down a little bit, if you are okay with mistransforming him just a touch. So, yeah, a cool Fusor, in my opinion. Probably a little cooler than Silverbolt, but to each their own, I guess. So, with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this review. Until next time, catch you guys later.